Section 25 of How to Cook Fish. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, visit LibriVox.org. How to Cook Fish by Olive Green. Section 25. 20 Ways to Cook Pike. Fried pike 1. Prepare and clean the fish and cut into pieces suitable for serving. Fry brown in butter. Add to the butter a teaspoonful of anchovy essence, a bit of ginger root, a grating of nutmeg, salt and pepper to season, and add enough claret to cover. Simmer until tender. Add the juice of an orange and a teaspoonful of butter. Serve with sauce poured over the fish. Fried pike 2. Clean the fish and cut it into pieces suitable for serving. Dip in egg and crumbs and fry in oil. Fried pike à la Hollandaise. Clean the fish and cut it into steaks. Soak for 2 hours in a marinade of oil and lemon juice, seasoning with pepper, salt, minced parsley, and grated nutmeg. Drain, dip in flour, fry in lard, and serve with Hollandaise sauce. Boiled pike with melted butter. Boil the fish with a bunch of parsley in salted and acidulated water to cover. Serve with melted butter, seasoned with salt, pepper, grated nutmeg, and lemon juice. Boiled pike with caper sauce. Prepare and clean a fish, put into a fish kettle, and simmer for 40 minutes in court bouillon to cover. Serve with caper sauce. Boiled pike with horseradish sauce. Boil a large fish in salted and acidulated water with a bunch of parsley. Cook together 2 tablespoonfuls each of butter and flour. Add 3 cupfuls of cream and cook until thick, stirring constantly. Season with salt and pepper. Add 2 tablespoonfuls of butter and 3 tablespoonfuls of freshly grated horseradish. Pour over the fish and serve. Boiled pike with egg sauce. Put the cleaned fish into a fish kettle and cover with cold water. Add half a cupful of vinegar, a teaspoonful each of cloves and peppercorns, a bay leaf, half a lemon sliced, and a tablespoonful of salt. Boil until the fins pull off easily. Take up and skin the fish carefully. Pour over an egg sauce, made with a portion of the liquid in which the fish was cooked. Boiled pike à la Dubois. Prepare and clean the fish and cook it in equal parts of white wine and water, adding minced carrots and celery, sweet herbs and parsley, half a dozen peppercorns, and salt to season. Cook together 1 tablespoonful each of butter and flour. Add 2 cupfuls of the liquid and cook until thick, stirring constantly. Add a teaspoonful of Worcestershire sauce and 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Pour over the fish and serve. Baked pike 1. Clean a 4-pound pike and put into a buttered baking pan with enough hot water to keep from burning. Score the upper side deeply. Cover with chopped salt pork, sprinkle with salt and pepper, and dredge with flour. Bake for half an hour, basting as required. Serve with any preferred sauce. Baked pike 2. Put the cleaned fish into a buttered baking dish with 2 onions sliced, 2 bay leaves, pepper and salt to season, and 1 cupful of sour cream. Rub the fish with butter, sprinkle thickly with breadcrumbs and grated Parmesan cheese, and bake until brown. Pour the liquid remaining in the pan around the fish and serve. Baked pike à la Française. Marinate the prepared fish for 2 hours in oil and lemon juice, seasoning with salt, pepper, chopped onion, and minced parsley. Put into the oven in the marinade, adding 1 cupful of stock and a wineglassful of white wine. Bake slowly, basting as required. Take up the fish, strain the sauce, thicken with a tablespoonful each of butter and flour cooked together, season with anchovy essence, add 2 tablespoonfuls of butter and 2 tablespoonfuls of caper. Pour over the fish and serve. Stuffed and baked pike. Clean and draw the fish, stuff with seasoned crumbs, sew up and put into a buttered baking dish in the form of a circle. Score the fish deeply. Sprinkle with pepper and salt, minced parsley, chopped onion, and chopped mushrooms. Add a cupful of sherry and a cupful of beef stock. Cover and bake, basting frequently with the liquid. Take up the fish carefully and add to the liquid enough stock to make the required quantity of sauce. Thicken with 2 tablespoonfuls of flour, cooked brown in butter. Add 2 tablespoonfuls of butter, lemon juice and red pepper, and anchovy essence to season. Pour over the fish and serve. Pike, baked in sour cream. Clean a 4-pound pike, cut into steaks and free from skin and bone. Put into a buttered baking dish with 2 small onions, chopped, and 2 bay leaves. Season with salt and cayenne, add 1 cupful of sour cream, and bake. Put on a serving dish, cover with crumbs and dots of butter, and brown in the oven. Add enough stock to the liquid to make the required quantity of sauce, thicken with butter and flour, season, add a dash of lemon juice, pour around the fish, sprinkle with minced parsley, and serve. Pike salad. Flake cold cooked pike with a silver fork. Mix with mayonnaise and chopped capers, and serve very cold on lettuce leaves. Roasted pike. Prepare a large fish, stuff with seasoned crumbs, and sew up. Spread with butter, sprinkle with chopped onion, minced parsley, minced pickle, and pounded anchovies. Sprinkle with salt and pepper. Put in a buttered baking dish and bake slowly for an hour, basting with melted butter as required. Add half a cupful of white wine and 1 cupful of white stock to the drippings. Thicken with a tablespoonful each of butter and flour cooked together. Take from the fire, add 2 tablespoonfuls of butter and the yolks of 3 eggs, beaten with the juice of a lemon. Bring to the boil, pour over the fish, and serve. Pike à l'Allemande. Prepare according to directions given for carp à l'Allemande. Crimp piked à la Hollandaise. Prepare and clean the fish and cut into steaks. Soak in ice water for 2 hours. Boil until tender in salted and acidulated water to cover, and serve with Hollandaise sauce. Pike à la Française. Cut a cleaned and prepared pike into thick steaks, and marinate for 2 hours in oil and lemon juice, seasoned with salt, pepper, minced onion, and parsley, and a pinch of sweet herbs. Drain, dip in crumbs, and broil. Serve with any preferred sauce. Pike à la Normandie. Clean and draw a large fish and tie in a circle. Put into a fish kettle with sliced onion, a bay leaf, a pinch of thyme, a sprig of parsley, and salt and pepper to season. Add 2 cupfuls each of white wine and white stock, and enough water to cover. Add a tablespoonful of butter, cover and simmer for 40 minutes. Take the fish, strain the sauce, and thicken with 2 tablespoonfuls each of butter and flour cooked together. Take from the fire, add the yolks of 4 eggs beaten with the juice of a lemon and 2 tablespoonfuls of butter. Strain over the fish and serve. Pickled pike. Draw and clean a pike, put into a fish kettle, cover with claret, add 3 bay leaves, and simmer until tender. Let cool in the liquor. Serve with French dressing, mayonnaise, or tartar sauce. End of section 25. Read by Dennis Sayers in Modesto, California for LibriVox, Spring 2007.